Being recognized for an ethics award is extremely uncomfortable. Now, if I think through it, I'm very happy. It's a huge honor. I love that there's an organization that recognizes good. What a novel idea. They will never have a TV channel of their own. But I love that we're doing this. And so if I can pull something that's good out of the awkwardness of it, it would be that, maybe I can leave that behind. I mean, God gave me a great job. I get to develop leaders. And the way that leadership is developed, it's all about making ethical choices. All companies have value statements. Enron had value statements. They just didn't have the behaviors to match the value statements. Great companies, great organizations have value statements, and then they enforce those behaviors. So what I get to do is help people enforce those behaviors. But within our ranks, we can reward what we want. So when we say that integrity means doing what you say you'll do when you say you'll do it, and we have people that do that, I get to help reward them. I get to set up systems that show that off. And that's just, it's fun. If you make the right choices, things really do get easier. So over time, it becomes a lot easier to make the right choices, even though at the time, it seems like doing what's right, doing the ethical thing is almost always taking the harder right thing to do. There's someone famous said, doing the right thing is always the harder right. Over time, those proved out over and over again, so that now it's a lot easier to stand up when things are wrong, to stand up and say, hey, things are wrong. We need to correct this. Knowing that it's going to work out. And nice guys actually do finish first. If someone is honest, then doesn't that mean one has to be true to himself or herself? They have to have an opinion. They can't just sit back on the sidelines and let everybody else struggle and fight. The idea of seeking justice is, for one thing, you're going to get in a fight. You have to be a little bit altruistic to do it. It really is a lot harder to seek to bring justice to an unjust situation. That's a big battle. And for some reason, I don't mind it.
People remember when you help them succeed. And I'm just Pollyanna enough to believe that if we help people succeed in their businesses, that helps their families, it helps their employees, and it helps this community. So I look at this in a very different way. I am not someone who walks in here every day going, I want to make money. That is not the goal, it's the outcome. So my thought always is to take what the basis of doing good is, period, and apply that to people. People make the world go round. I constantly talk about the fact that we've got 4 walls here. We've got 4 walls, and we've basically got the same 4 walls of every television station in this market and television stations across the country. The only thing that makes this station unique is the people inside the building. And it's just fascinating to me that people are drawn to work here because of the ethical standard that we have established. And candidly, I will not accept unethical behavior. But ethics played the role of indicating that honesty and integrity and the way you handled yourself in every instance with others was kind of the foundation of a good life. And trust me, I have learned that lesson over my life. I'm not one who indicates that I did everything perfectly. I don't think anybody can. But what I've learned over and over and over again is that to live your life ethically is its own reward. I want to be the person that does it right and gets recognized. I want to prove that good guys can finish first, not last. You know, I'm now old enough to look back and realize that the greatest things in my life, bar none, are based on the fact that I've had an ethical standard that I've upheld. As I came up through my entire career, I made public service the foundation on my entire being. I know what my purpose is, and I'm fulfilling it, and I fulfill it every day.
I am an independent financial wealth manager, and I have been doing that for many years. So one of the important things to me is always ethics. If I ever am unethical to a person, I'm going to lose them as a client and many other clients. So ethics is extremely important in my business. At some point you say, before a problem arises, no matter what happens, I'm going to be straight about it. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be fair. Well, over the years, I've served and had the opportunity to serve in a lot of different areas. Chairman of the March of Dimes, chairman of a lot of different committees raising money for charities, and mayor of the city, etc. But in the later years right now, I am much more attuned to my church. It's the same no matter what. You're either ethical or you're not. You're fair or not. You're just or you're not. It's all the same package, in my opinion. It just maybe sometimes is more obvious in the public sector because you're voting in front of a lot of people. You know, in any volunteer work, there's people are involved and there will be problems. And it's always good to try and be fair, but sometimes you don't know exactly what is fair. And that's when it's good to have a sounding board. My wife has been my sounding board and my partner, and I could not have done anything like this without her. She's been wonderful. She's my backbone, but she's also a leader herself, so I can't tell you how much I appreciate her. Thomas Kempis said in the 1400s, "He is content who has a pure conscience." And I think that's the deal. You want to be content? Do the right thing.